Hey everybody, um, it's me Tim here. I know it's been a while since my last video and I haven't really been, like, uploading as much as I have been, but that's because there's been a lot happening in my life and it's gotten, like, busy, all good things, and it's just been, like, I've transitioned into, I guess, like, journaling and stuff like that instead of online uploading. I've done a little bit, but significantly less. But anyway, I thought to kind of come back for a vlog. I would do a part two to my artwork, like showing or artwork tour. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing the cross stitches that I made like after part one. Part one was 2 years ago, so I've done quite a few. And also some stuff oh crap, I have to get them, 1 second. Also stuff I crocheted. So I'm not gonna show like all the cross stitches that I've done since part one because I literally have like over 50 or over 60, so a lot. But these are just like a handful, and most of them are my favorites, and I'm really proud of a lot of these. So let's start with this one. This is for St. Patrick's Day. Put my initials on there. Oh, I forgot I did that. And it's like the rainbow, and then golden coins with a lime green and orange background. I love this one. I think it's colorful. I like that one a lot. And then, oh, you guys are getting teasers. Alright, and then this one I really like. I think this is like the most technique and like most like mature skilled out of the cross stitches I've done. This is a sunflower. And I actually used two different kinds of yarn for the dirt. And I did like I doubled up on the sunflower, like did double stitches. And the background's all like one stitch leading down. I did a very unique type of cross stitching. But yeah, I like it a lot. Another one of my personal favorites. And then this one is actually the latest I've done. This is for, I was gonna say Thankful Day, but Thanksgiving. And it's a rooster. Very simple but cool. I don't know if you guys have seen this one or not, but this is, I actually don't think so. This is another one for St. Patrick's Day, and it is a leprechaun hat, and I did some shading that I'm really proud of. I think it looks pretty cool. Then for the summer, last summer, I made this whole beach theme. I love this one so much. The sand, and then how it looks like the sand's wet up here, and the ocean's pretty shaded. The sun, and then like some palm tree branches. I really like this one a lot. And then this one I'm so proud of. This is New York City with fireworks up above and like a gradient to the sky and like the bright busy city, and these are cars driving by. This is like one of my all-time favorites. Probably either this one or my sunflower one. Where is it? I'd say these two are like the best that I've ever made. So yeah. And then I made like a whole sky theme, and I got the sun and the moon in there, which I think is really cool because I always think the sky is really beautiful. and purple my favorite color. You guys might have seen this one, but I made a second Christmas coaster to the first Christmas coaster. Like there's an elf on the shelf, a stocking, a cookie, and the background's red, green, and gold. It looks like a lot at once, but I still like that a lot. I know you guys definitely have seen this, but this is a bat for Halloween with all Halloween colors in it. Oh, another thing about this one is that the front is colored red, but the back, it's green. I made an American flag. The front is blue, the back's red. But one thing I wish I did was waited to color this before gluing it on, like the cardboard, because, you know, I colored it blue and then glued it on, and then look what happened. But I kind of like that, and I also kind of don't. I don't know, I still really like how it turned out, because I usually like to display them in my room depending on the season. So if it's February, it's kind of like Valentine's Day, so I'll put out like crocheted hearts and cross-stitched hearts and stuff like that. And if it's summer out, I'll put out the beach one I showed you and like other summer themed stuff. This I could have out any time of the year because, you know, America. So yeah, I have like a bunch of holiday themed, but I also occasionally make some that could be displayed at any time of year, like the New York one and the Sky one. Like, you know, any time of year you could put those out. This thing I joke about. So I do this stuff in school, right, when I'm super bored, and then I usually eat lunch in my Spanish teacher's room, and she wasn't there that day, but a sub was there, and the sub also crocheted, so we were like talking about it and stuff, and I was showing her pictures because she wanted to see some of the stuff I made. She looked at the picture of this and she was like, "What is that?" And I said, "Oh, it's a Halloween mouth." And then she said, "A Halloween mouth?" and looked at me all confused. But it's a mouth, but it's a vampire's mouth because it has sharp teeth, but it also has Halloween objects in it. Like here's a spider and a spider web, a witch's broomstick, and I did like mouth details. My mom's a dental assistant, so I think she appreciates that. And I have two more to show you. I think I already made a video about this one, but I wanted to show it because I really like it. A spring coaster. There's a lot about it I really like the little details, like the bee, the ladybug, the colors. I love spring. Yeah. And now the last one I'm gonna show you guys for today. I bought these coasters from the craft store, and I glued this thing to it. This sun. I think I made a salad fingers one on the coaster too, like a cross stitch, and I glued it to the coaster and I gave it to my Spanish teacher this year. I don't know if you guys know what salad fingers is. It's like this creepy cartoon. But I think that's pretty cool. And again, those aren't all the latest, but those are just like the main ones, I'd say. And the truth is, I've actually stopped cross-stitching. I have. My last one was November 2025, and that's when I made this one. So it's been December. It's been like half a year since I've cross-stitched. But I've really enjoyed it, and maybe someday I'll do it again, you know, because I think it's a really unique style, and I made some really cool stuff that I'm proud of in my unique kind of cross stitching, but I don't know. I feel like at some point I might get back to it, because I would want to. Okay, so another hobby I took up is crocheting, and I'm gonna show you guys some of that. This was one of the first things I crocheted, a hat. And I did not make it the traditional way because it's just too. I would just rather make it my way that makes sense in my brain. Like usually you just do like a straight thing and then you kind of connect it around your head. But I was doing that and then the sides got smaller and smaller and smaller into a triangle the more I did it because I kept missing stitches. So I would just do it my way. I was done with that. Then I made another hat with yarn my Spanish teacher gave me that I really like. I love this yarn. And I also love the black border I made. I made it really loose. Like I could have stitched it a lot tighter, but it is what it is. Yeah, I really like it. And then I made this scarf, which I wish was a little bit thicker, but in the same black border. So these are like matching. I would have made it thicker, but this got so boring. It got so boring to make because sorry, there wasn't any like changing stitches or doing anything different. It was either all single or half double crochets for this whole entire thing, this whole thing, and it got so boring, but I finished it. And I tried doing another scarf like this because my grandma wanted me to crochet her something, and it got so boring I couldn't even finish it. So now it's in my closet. So that's it for my crochet clothing. And then here's just some other stuff I made. Like I learned how to make granny squares. And this yarn my Spanish teacher gave me that I really like. Here's one of my granny squares. And then, oh, why is that wet? And then my first stuffed animal that I've ever made in crochet. I looked up a YouTube tutorial on how to make this and thought it turned out really good. Again, I love the color changing yarn. It's a rooster or a chicken or something. And then the final thing I'm going to show you guys, I learned how to make crochet stars. And I wish the points wouldn't curve in so much, but... So I made a bunch of stars, and I put them in a crochet bag, and I was going to give them to a friend this week, but I haven't got the chance to yet. Today's, what, Wednesday? So today or tomorrow I'm going to try to see where he is and give it to him. But yeah, so those are all my crafts. Thank you for watching. And I know I haven't uploaded in about 8 months, but I will be back, and I am working on my third book. It's the third and final book in the Basement trilogy. So it's the finale, and I am loving working on it. It's a lot more like, I feel like, in a weird way, it's more truthful, and it's more just saying how it is, which was kind of how The Connection was too, but it does it in like a more truthful way. It's so intense. It has so many purposes in it. There's so much I love about it. And I'm just so excited. I'm gonna try to get it out. I'm not gonna rush it. I'm not gonna rush it because I want to be happy with it. But I'm gonna shoot to get it out this summer to follow the theme of the last two. Like the last two were in, one was in summer 2024 and then summer 2025. So I want to get this one out in summer 2026. But no promises. Right now I'm drafting it, so I'm a little over halfway done with draft 2. Just like cleaning it up and then fixing some worded stuff and maybe adding or taking out scenes, stuff like that. Then I have a couple more digital art pieces. Then my mom's gonna go through it and like do punctuation edits. I'm gonna do a couple, and then yada yada, and then we're gonna publish it hopefully this summer. So when we get closer to that and closer to like where I could see it ending, I'm gonna try and come back and do a couple videos on this channel, about the book like I always do. And let me know if you guys have any ideas. So thank you for watching, and hopefully, most likely I'll see you guys during the summer, which for me is in 3 more weeks. Bye!